of the biggest questions that I had at my Lunch and Learn, and a couple of people have touched on it already with asking Dr. Thompson some questions, is how do you find your passion? How do you find your purpose? How do you find your passion, and how do you find your purpose? I've been doing the same thing for such a long time. I don't know where to go. I need something new. I feel like I'm stuck. I need a new passion, or I need to hone the passion that I already have. And so I'm going to be talking to you about passion this session. It reminds me of this story between a husband and wife. You know, they're getting all snugly in bed, and the passion starts to heat up. And she says, they're snuggling, passion starts to heat up, and she says, you know what? I don't really feel like it tonight. I just want you to hold me. So he says, what? What are you talking about? And the wife explains that he must not be in tune with her passion and emotional needs as a woman. The husband realizes that nothing is going to happen tonight, so he might as well just go to bed. The next day he gets up and he realizes, you know what, I got to do something about this. So he takes his wife to the department store. And he says, baby, we're going to go shopping. You go ahead and get yourself whatever you want. She said, anything? He said, anything. So they go over where the dresses are, and she got 3 very expensive outfits. She put them in the basket. They don't even have baskets anymore, do they? She takes the outfits with her. He goes, you know what? Now we're going to go get you some shoes. So why don't you get some shoes, matching shoes, for every single one of those outfits? And she goes, oh, really? He goes, yeah, baby. And then he takes her over to the jewelry section. He buys her a pair of brand new diamond rings. I mean, she cannot believe what has got into her husband, but she's just going to roll with it. Now she's going to go for the tennis bracelet. And he says, baby, you don't even play tennis. But if you want it, it's yours. So she gets a tennis bracelet, and she says, oh, I'm so ready to go to the cashier. I'm ready to check out. I can't believe I got all these new clothes. And he says, oh, no, baby. We're not buying those things. I just wanted you to hold them. So her face gets all red and kind of mad, and he goes, well, you just must not be in touch with my passions and financial needs as a man. So anyway, we're talking about passion. So look at the person next to you and say, Tom thinks you're awesome. Now look at the other person next to you, choice number 2, and tell them that I'm so glad you're here right now. You look absolutely amazing. So if everybody could open up their manuals to page 37 for me, we have what we call the passion process. And I'm excited to be talking to you about passion this afternoon because I believe that change does not have to be a long, drawn-out process. Sometimes all you need is a catalytic moment or catalytic awareness, and then all the pieces can start falling into place. So when it comes to figuring out passion and purpose, we find 3 types of people. The first kind of individual, and I want you to write these down. The first type of individual is the individual that is born knowing exactly what they want to do in life. They're born, and this is what God has planned for them to bring to the planet for their entire life. The example for that would be Tiger Woods. By the time he was 3 years old, he had a perfect golf swing. He knew what he was going to do. That was Tiger's one big thing. The second kind of individual is the individual that has this epiphany type moment. They're walking through the forest, and all of a sudden this purpose is downloaded into who they are as an individual. And they say, yep, that's it. I know it. I'm clear beyond the shadow of a doubt. This is what I'm supposed to do, and these are the 2 missions that I have while I'm here on this earth. They weren't born with it, but it was an epiphany type moment that they had. This is the second kind of individual. And the third kind of individual is the individual that's still trying to figure it all out. That's us, where most of us are still trying to figure it out. And so, if you haven't figured out your purpose and you haven't figured out what your passion is, there's 4 reasons why you haven't. The first reason, and I want you to write these down as well, the first reason why is that you're scared. You're afraid. fear has gripped you, whether it be fear of what somebody else might think of you, fear of getting rejected, fear of being embarrassed to try new things, fear of failing. I can tell you that I was brought up in a family business. My grandmother started these businesses in 1964, almost 50 years ago. And to go outside of the family business was almost like, it was almost like you're going to be cursed if you do that. So there's this fear of what other people are going to think about you if you try new things. And so sometimes fear can grip us. That's the first thing that people don't look to pursue their passion or their purpose. The second thing is that they have a poor self-image. An individual can never perform in a manner that is inconsistent with the way they see themselves. An individual can never perform in a manner that is inconsistent with the way they see themselves. They don't see themselves following their passion. They think to themselves, well, this is my lot in life. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. That's too big for me. I can't do that. And their self-image is poor. That's number two. The third reason is they haven't been sold on the importance of it. They have not been sold on the importance of finding their passion and finding their purpose. And the fourth reason, which goes hand in hand with this one, is that they just don't know how. So my job this afternoon is to give you an executive coaching session and sell you on why it is important, and then give you the how. And that's exactly what I'm going to do.